There is a difference between silent treatment and stonewalling. I need you all to understand this. Now, they both can feel and look very similar, but it's really the intent that makes the difference. Now, I posted a video some weeks ago and I talked about the silent treatment and how emotionally abusive it is. And y'all were not too happy with that. And I saw a lot of projections in the comments. And I want to go ahead and hit this on the head because I need you all to understand there's a huge difference. A lot of you all are stonewalling. In other words, you feel flooded. When you feel emotionally overwhelmed, when you feel like this person is attacking you or this person is criticizing you, your body goes into its natural instinctual response to freeze. So you feel blank, you feel spaced out. You may tell yourself, I'm not going to say anything because I make things worse. You may tell yourself you don't have the emotional capacity to keep on going. You may feel your heart rate get crazy, your breathing starts to get more shallow and stuff like that, and you just kind of zone out. This is DPA. Your body's alarm goes off and it tells you, hey, we need a moment to cope with what it is that we're going through. But sometimes you just don't know how to communicate it. Now, of course, sometimes this can be coming from a lot of things. It can be coming from a lot of the ways that you learned how to cope in the past. It can be coming from a household where you've seen this is how people have coped and conflict was never resolved. It can be a number of things. But a lot of you are stonewalling. Now, this is where it gets tricky because stonewalling and silent treatment can both be because of flooding. Now, let me help y'all understand silent treatment. It's the intent. Most times, silent treatment is intentional. On one side, when you're stonewalling and you're refusing to talk, is because you're really trying to cope with what's going on. You're trying to navigate what feels like a threat to you. On the other side of silent treatment, yes, you are refusing to talk because either you want the person who's on the other end to give the emotional response that you want from them, you want them to comply with whatever it is that you need, or you want them to be the person to pursue you or the one who starts to resolve after a conflict. You're using silent treatment to control them and the situation, not to manage your emotions. That's not what it is. You're using this silent treatment because it's intentional to control the situation and the response. You're using it as punishment. You want them to feel guilty. Or maybe you want this to be able to fix them. Or maybe you want to use the silent treatment so that way it discourages them from getting into any disagreements or conflicts with you in the future. Let's call it what it is. You want to apply pressure or put pressure on them until they give in. So let's say that you become flooded and you realize, you know what, my heart rate's all over the place. I can't really process my thoughts or anything like that. This is emotionally overwhelming. I don't know what to say. But then as you start to process that, you say, you know what, they got me messed up. I'm not going to speak to them. I don't like how they handled me. Nope, if they want me to talk, they're going to have to do ABC. That's what it starts to sound like. And that's when it becomes, now I was flooded, but now I'm giving you the silent treatment. Now the power is in your hand because you're deciding how long you're going to go silent with them. I'm not going to talk to them for the next couple of days. And you want them to pursue you. You want them to give in. And you literally use it as punishment. Even if you're the person who's like, okay, you know what? I was flooded. I've taken some time and now I'm breathing. I can process this. Now I can talk. But that's not how it happens when you're given the silent treatment. After the stage of flooding, after you go through that process of DPA and you start getting through it, you cope with your emotion. And now you're at this place where you communicate. You choose not to communicate. You make them communicate with you first. You don't say anything. You purposely stay silent so they'll give in, so they'll pursue you, so they'll try to fix the issue. It all is control and power on your end. That's the major difference. So a lot of you are stonewalling, but a lot of you are flooded at first and then you fall into the silent treatment. And I need you all to understand that because either way, it's unhealthy. And this is why a lot of you all either lose the relationship or you can't navigate conflict or you end up on my couch in my office or somebody like me because you haven't worked through the proper conflict resolution skills. You haven't worked through how to actually cope and manage those emotions. A lot of conflict resolution and relationship management lies in emotional regulation. And I need you all to understand that, okay? I hope that helps. Bye, babies.